Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the second day of building Crossroad. So, yesterday we started doing some design stuff, like creating a mood board, exploring some design styles, fiddling around with the fonts and all that kind of fun stuff. Today I'm going to do it a little bit differently because I really thought about, okay, we are doing this project again, just like Usephiliate, somewhat on the we'll see where it goes kind of vibe. And I want to bring it a little bit more to the, okay, I want to launch this project as fast as I can within the restraints of I'm only working on this project during streams and a little bit off stream while I'm writing the build log. The build log is coming tonight for yesterday. I didn't quite get it done this morning because I forgot about that. I had to make new thumbnails. The new thumbnails kind of awesome actually. But I had to make new thumbnails, come up with a new name for the series, etc. So I'm probably gonna get off around 5 o'clock this afternoon to finish up the build log and publish it to all the blogs. I mean, with the last build log, I built quite a following on like Dev2, Indie Hackers, and even Medium. So I guess I'll just continue cross-posting the blogs. And I might actually build a tool for that, to so that I'm able to cross-post a little bit faster. Because now it takes me like 15 to 30 minutes to cross-post one blog to multiple platforms. I think that can be done a little bit faster. Maybe that's a fun project for after Crossroad. Maybe that's something I'm going to work on myself in my off time because it requires a lot of research, which is, I think, kind of boring to watch. Also, this is no product placement, but this shit is good shit. It's ginger beer and it's diet because I'm still on a diet. But it tastes actually, it's refreshing. But okay, without a lot of fuss and without a lot of talk, let's just get straight into what I want to get started with. What I said, we are no longer going to be freewheeling this. We are going to create at least one big to-do today, where I'm going to list all the blocks that I need to design and which I eventually will need to build to release this actual thing into the public. And of course, we can still fiddle around with fonts and with design styles, but I want to get down for myself. How many blocks do I need to design? How many blocks will be sufficient to like launch with? We're going to divide them in, okay, these are going to be included in the light version and these are going to be included in the pro version. And then after we compose this, like, I guess to-do list, we are going to head back into Figma to actually design the blocks. And then we're going to scrape the design language and up until we are done with this list, everything is checked off, then we can go into the build phase. And I'm kind of hoping that we can hit build phase like, so today's the last day of this week, so let's say I hope we can, by the end of next week, we can hit build phase. So then we're 6 afternoons into this project, which equals to 3 days. And my planning is 3 days of designing and 3 days of building. And then of course we have to do the launch and the marketing. So we'll probably release it in the first week of May or the second week of May, somewhere along those lines. Which is also about the time that I need to start looking into freelance jobs. So if you have a freelance job, feel free to reach out. Because yeah, I can use a freelance job. And I also think it's kind of fun to work with a new team for a little while. I mean, I'm only 26 and I like indie hacking, but I also like building cool stuff with other peeps. So let's see. I pulled up the feature list here on the left because I have a pretty good idea what blocks I want to make. Now on the right side, you'll see that I created a new to-do called design blocks, and I already placed header. So we will create like 4 header types, like simple header, which, let me pull up Figma as well. Can I easily switch between this? I don't know. Like, let's go to components. Like we already have like, let's call this, let's call this what it is, like simple header. So we actually already made the simple header. What did we also do? Like socials, tiles. We already created the tiles. And then we have gallery, basic gallery. And we also have the basic gallery, and we have like social tiles. And then we also need to create buttons, icon buttons, image buttons, and maybe what more do we need? Oh, we also have like cards, block cards, git repository. Let's call it repository cards, so it can also be applied for like GitLab and GitLab, Bitbucket, GitHub, all those. So actually, is Bitbucket still a thing? Yeah, it's actually still a an ongoing thing. Oh, well, that's nice. Didn't know about that one. Also, do we have more? Like header. Let's also create like content blocks. Like we have a. Let's create a single column. Maybe we can even. I don't know how convenient that is on mobile, but maybe that's something we can do for like dual column block quotes. Maybe we also need testimonials. Let's also create like pro. No, let's just create it inside here. Testimonials, and let's say this is a pro feature. Dual column pro. Okay, and we also have the header bio socials, which is going to be a pro thing. Header image bio. Let's see. Social tiles with buttons. It's gonna be pro. So we are aiming to make like at least 3 to 5 versions of each section. I think that's the way to go. So let's look at the feature list on the left. So I think we have past projects. Oh yeah, we can also do like gallery, like portfolio gallery, which is not going to be a pro version because it's just going to be 4 tiles. So like tiles with text layered on top of it. So that's what we have here. Now let's close this and let's look at this list. So profile image name bio. I also want a it's actually in one of my let's look at the mood board, because I think we can get some inspiration for the mood board as well. I wanted to do something like this, you see, which is basically a background with layers and stuff. So portrait image background with header text layered top. Is this portrait? That's not how you spell portrait. Profile image background. Okay, let's. It's in inspiration from the mood board. And actually, let's see what's in here as well. Maybe we can get some inspiration. Buttons. So I also want to do like angled buttons. Like I got some inspiration for that. I thought it might be cool to do like a bit of an angle. So I'm not exactly sure how it's actually going to look. But in my mind, it might actually look either crazy cool or crazy bad. Like almost too hipster. I don't know. Let's. Can we try it quickly? Like, can we get like 4 rectangles in now? Let's. Yeah, so basically it's then going to look a little bit like this. Ah, come on, I can't stack them properly on top of each other. But, oh well, doesn't mind. But basically what it's going to do, so let's say that this one is Twitter, this one is Facebook, which has to be a little bit more of a darkish blue. Let's say that's Facebook, and then this is Twitch. So it will probably spend like... We'll probably go this way, now that I'm thinking of it. I think this makes more sense. I don't know. Let me know what you think. Does it make more sense to angle them this way or the other way around? But then they will of course be perfectly aligned, but for some reason I can't get that done here. We'll work on the design. So we have angled buttons, which is going to be a pro version. I think they look quite cool. Maybe a gradient version as well. Let's just keep it in here, just for some reference. What else do we need? Okay. Okay, maybe we can also write a email sign up form, which is going to be part of the pro version. This is going to be like a simple sign up. Yeah, this is just going to be one component, which people can style themselves. Let's say can we think multiple designs, or like maybe even header with email sign up. And this is more of like email sign up call to action form. It's gonna be quite nice. And let's see what else we can do. Okay, so we have profile image and name, bio, social, custom links. What is this example? Oh yeah, that's the Guardian link tree. Okay, so GitHub, amount of GitHub stars. Spotify playlist currently listening to. Maybe we can make that part of the Spotify widget. Can we just... Maybe we can embed code? This is more of a note, not really a to-do. Like, I'm thinking maybe we can include embed code. Does Spotify allow for easy customization? Embed code. Like putting in your account ID. I have to be kind of careful with implementing these kind of features, but because I think these are especially the kind of features that can cost me a lot of support. Because these are all plain HTML, CSS, and you know that you're only getting like the styles and that you have to bring or fill out your own data. And when I'm going down the road of like also supporting widgets, people might not know how to edit them, which might make them like reach out to me for support. The less support, the better, but I also don't mind a little bit of support because it does get me into touch with my actual customers. So if people ask me support questions, expect to get some questions back. Oh, how are you liking the project? What can be better? Let's see. So we have block cards, repository cards. Let's say with image block cards, without image poster cards. I also want to include video widgets. YouTube, embed, Vimeo, embed. Let's just say video, YouTube, Vimeo, HTML5 video. My header with autoplay video background. That might also be pretty cool. Okay, latest YouTube video, blog components, image gallery. Oh yeah, product blocks. That's also kind of a product block. I think that's on the cards. It's on the cards. Cards. Product card. So you can show the product card with discounts, pro. Or maybe, no, I think the product card's gonna be pro, and then we can include a variant with the discount date. Repository card's gonna be in feature. Or card with image, video. So we kind of have to do like a... So this is not pro. Header image with bio is not pro. Profile image header layer on top is definitely going to be pro. Header with autoplay is going to be pro. Header with email sign is going to be pro. Yeah, I think this is all right. Block quote is going to be pro. I think nothing else about the content can really be pro. I don't know. Let's see. Then we have the social tiles with buttons. This stuff's buzzing. Never thought I would like ginger beer. Diet ginger beer to be precise. So, okay, we have portfolio gallery, which is going to be pro, I guess so. Do we need a gallery with... Okay, so here's the thing. If I include a gallery with light boxes, it's going to require me to write some form of JavaScript. And I wanted to include as little JavaScript as possible. But then again, I can also just include JavaScript in the template instead of like a separate file which you have to include. Yeah, you know what? Just fuck it. Let's just do a basic template. Let's not fuck around with lightboxes. Let's really focus on not writing any JavaScript. Because as soon as I introduce JavaScript, it's going to add another layer of complexity for the end user. And I still want like the average Joe who maybe had some Tumblr experience back in 2007. They were like, okay, I know a little bit of HTML. I know how to copy paste. Now the only thing I really have to find out is how to push this to a server. And then I can... Still, on the landing page, I plan to add a video like, okay, so how to set up your own link in bio page in under 2 minutes. And then you probably push it to like the most simple hosting solution ever. Like there are actually hosting parties where you can just like drag and drop a zip with the file and it uploads it and you're done. So I'm probably going to include that one. Maybe I have to do a partnership with one of them. They're like, okay. Or I can do like an affiliate link. Ooh. Full circle with use affiliates. Include a hosting solution in video which supports affiliate links. Gee, that's actually quite a good idea to make a couple of bucks. Okay, so latest YouTube video, we had dribble feed, Instagram feed. Okay, so we have to do like embed tweets, which then. So we probably have to also include a feature table, Lite versus Pro, which is cool. Okay, so we have the profile image, name, bio, social link, custom links. Okay, so these are actually quite a lot of, I mean, these are all pretty easy to include, I guess. Okay, so what's the split? We have two simple headers. Okay, let's also include like this one. Let's move this one so it's also free. So then we have 3 headers which are like in the normal, in the light version. And then we have 3 headers that are part of the pro version. Then for content, we have single column content, we have dual column content. I still have no clue how I'm going to do the dual column content on mobile, but maybe we can do that once it's scaled up to like desktop. Block quotes, then we have social tiles with buttons, like we already have the social tiles in the design. Let me show you. Oh, it's not in this design. Okay, I will show you in just a second. So what else can we do for socials? Is there like any block that we can think of that's... So with tiles, like, let's just do social icon row, which is not going to be pro. Maybe, okay, maybe we can make the social tiles pro and then just the social icons row, and otherwise you can always use like the social. Yeah, you can always use the buttons because the buttons aren't going to be like pro. Yeah, like the angle button is going to be pro version. Do we also have to think about themes, like light theme versus dark theme? I think that's just something I'm going to support out of the gate. I don't think I'm going to make that a version to have the dark. That's just silly. And maybe I also don't want to spend any time on multiple themes. Let's just first create like Crossroad version 1 with a singular theme, and I don't know, if people like the product and want more of it, maybe they want to reach out for a custom theme, or I actually might make that a service. Now that I'm thinking of it. You can also choose like some sort of enterprisey package where you can plan in a call and we can like discuss making a custom link in bio page for you. Might actually be something. Backlog. Bio. Nah, not as a service. Let's say custom. We. Custom by moi. This of course will be way more expensive. Expensive, but be cool. Let's about it. Let's think about it. I'm in love with the ginger beer. Okay, so let's check this list one more time, and then we'll get started with a couple of more of components. I mean, the designs still look kind of horrible, but I think we can get to more of a design language today. Like yesterday, we already came to the conclusion that we want to use the interfont. But I'm not quite happy with the spacing and with how elements are turning out, so we'll revisit that today. Okay, so we have profile image. Okay, we have the headers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 headers. Plenty enough content. You can't do much with content, so it is what it is. Let's make testimonial cards part of the cards thingy. Okay, so header image, bio, yeah, content, nice. So social icon with social tiles and social tiles with buttons. Fine, I don't think you actually have maybe social with number? With follower numbers? I don't know if that's still like a thing. Let's just make that part of like the non-pro version. Fuck it. Okay, so then we have a gallery, portfolio gallery, and a basic gallery. I think it's fine. Basically everything on the link and bio page is a link, so we don't have to, we aren't going to do any light boxes or anything else of that sort. Okay, so then we have the buttons. For the icon buttons, the image buttons, and the angled buttons, which are going to be purre. Okay, so then we have cards, block cards with image, block cards without image, repository cards, product cards, and product cards, yeah, product card, fine, testimonials. And then we have a video component, which I'm not going to make pro, because actually what I would love to see is like people making their link in bio as a form of introduction. Like you can place a video inside the header of your link in bio page, which shows your latest YouTube video, just to get more people to subscribe. Which makes me think of a subscribe button, which you can place beneath video. Cap of the ginger beer. I almost fully stepped in this, which would have been a disaster. Okay, so Spotify, we are going to check that out if that's something we can include. Video, product blog, image gallery. Yeah, I think we are good to go. Again, we did not focus on any themes because I think that's silly. I want to get this out the door as soon as possible. And having to... I think also adding multiple themes will add multiple layers of complexity, because then I have to... this list is currently... Well, how many items? Let's say 20 items, which for me... Now I only have to make 20 versions. I guess 40 versions if you take into account like the light dark version. And otherwise, if I have 3 more teams, I would need to make like 40, 80, 120 blocks, which is kind of much if you want to release this sooner rather than later. Okay, so we have this design blocks. I am going to move this to the side. And I will pull it up right here. Yep, so everybody can see what we are working on. Let's... Is this readable for you guys in chat? Let me know. Like this little thing down there. Okay, so let's still pull up the mood board, because that worked quite well yesterday to have just a little bit. I actually still really love this design. I don't know what it is. It's just so clean and the information is displayed so well. Then let's pull up another screen. And let's say crossroad. Now don't be shocked by the horrible designs. Okay. Okay, so we ended yesterday right about here. Still not sure about the texture in the background, but that can just be me. I mean, it does add a little something. Okay, so let's see. Header image. Let's just go into the components. And we know that these things can be a max width of 320. So let's create an allboth, which is going to be a maximum of 320 wide. And let's start creating more headers. So we will have a profile picture in the middle. And then we can also steal this. Oh. Steal this. And make this. Oh. This also has to be top. Jonathan Legends, Indie Hacker. And then it will also have a bio. Let's grab some Lorem Ipsum generator. Where is the... It didn't. Cool. Now let's first make this like regular. Let's say it's inter. Also, I still prefer like inter and not Rubik. It's a little bit more. Yeah, this is still inter, and this is also still inter. Why do I prefer inter over Rubik? Because I think like it's much, it's cleaner, which makes it easier for people to think of their own fonts to include. I'm going to write a piece of documentation on that, so it's easy for people to bring their own Google font or hosted font. I don't really care what they use. I will write documentation for it. Let's see. So we kind of want like a little spacing from the side, so at least like 16. So let's place it in between these areas. Yeah, so this, and let's say that this is this, and let's make this. Just not black and let's go for a little different shade of black. And let's top it off with a small line. Line of like 1632 pixels. Then let's move this to the middle. Let's say it's like 50%, like 25. Doesn't look great. Okay, I definitely have to work on the spacing, which is fine. Also, let's just grab my bio because it's just a bit more. Let's do this, I guess. Marilyn Wilson, thanks for the follow. How are you doing today? What are you working on yourself? Let me hear it in chat. Good morning from Canada. Canada of all places. Holy heck. Going international. Well, good afternoon from the Netherlands. I don't like this color. But then again, I don't need to create a color palette of like 30,000 different shades of gray and black. Maybe this is just the way to go, I guess. So we have this. Okay, so let's see what happens if we like modular these. Having an issue. Maybe you could answer a question for me. I don't know. I will do my best. Don't get your hopes up too high, but let me know. What is it? So we have this. Oh, actually, that doesn't look all that bad. Especially if paired with like, let's get this image gallery in here as well. And then like social tiles. Oh, shoot. Ah. I'm actually not all that mad how this is turning out. I mean, I still need to have... Why is the background disabled? Let me try that again. Let me whoop, grab this. Oh, I know why. Because the background is actually just a rectangle. See? Shit. Move it in this one. Why are you not on here? Okay, cool. So yeah, I guess this works. Is there some... I don't quite like how hard the blacks are. Like the black color of the body text. Kind of hideous. Oh, shoot. So let's see, you have... Oh, okay, so I have a WordPress site, fairly new, and I used a Cadence template. Now I have two 404s and I've tried everything to fix it. And do you have like two 404s on pages that you have actually published, or two pages that you, how do I put this, like expect to be there but aren't there? That's main. And both pages are published. Well, actually, one thing that you can try to do is like... Okay, I don't know how like fucking destructive this will be, but if you go to... Is there any WordPress I can show, pull up on screen? Wait, let me just check out on my third, fifth, or seventh monitor. If I have any. Save this. Let me see. So yeah, that's also fine. I will just keep this WordPress site open here. Oh, we'll have a little looksy-looks. Okay, let's go to components. I still don't like this. Like, let's go to, like, Tailwind. And let's see how their colors are set up. Colors. Theme. I think it's actually default color palette. Yeah, so slate gray. Let's see if we can kind of steal their color palette. Let's go with increments of like 300. So let's say then that this is... Well, that actually doesn't look all that bad. Holy fuck, that actually upped the design from like... to like... Okay, thank you, Tailwind. I'm totally going to rip off your color palette. See it as a compliment. So then this was going to be 400. Ooh, that actually looks kind of badass. Let's see how that actually looks on like the moderate. Yeah, that looks way better. Because then we can also use this color to like fix this about thing. Oh, which is a component, apparently. I didn't think I made a component out of that. Okay, now let's just do this. Better. Let's update the titles also to this. Let's go to the components. Let's grab the simple header. Let me open this. I can show this on screen, no problem. 304, 304, 304. So you have two 404s. I've tried everything to fix it. Okay, so those are both images. So you have a line 1 and a line 1 transparent that aren't available during loading. And they actually take quite a long time to load. So do you actually know where these images are located inside of your theme? Oh, actually, what you can try, there's one thing you can try. Maybe these two JPEGs. Oh, I'm getting a call. Okay, I will call back later. So what you can do is try opening the same page in a private browser to see if those two 404s are still there, because they might be part of WordPress or maybe even of the theme. And if those two 404s are still there, I don't have fun news for you. It will probably be a matter of like searching through the template files or even searching through like the templates itself. Maybe there's something hidden inside of the like the page where you style your template, which you can remove because it isn't shown on screen, but it is given two 404s. But first try it out in a private browser to see if those issues are still there. Because sometimes WordPress tries to include some images only for like showing the WordPress taskbar here. Top. Does that make sense? I hope so. Okay, maybe we can just make the spacing a little bit, like, let's say if we go with 8. How does that look? Better. Better. Now, I think the spacing towards the image is fine. Okay, so I think we just finished the header with bio. And again, I'm just like, let me be clear. This design blocks version .5. My plan now is to create all the components, just so I have an idea for how I want to design them. Then we're just going to create another component file, and we are going to take another step into like the actual design language and how we want things to actually look. Right now, I just want to get them out into Figma, so I can work on the actual like this modular IDs file where I can mix and match some of the blocks to see, is my ID actually going to work, or does it require maybe some additional steps or some additional blocks to make it work. Now I actually have the two original, and for some reason these are called, it's like they were rewritten with a one. I have to try using server where nothing even exists. All good be big. Okay. Yeah, maybe you even have to really upload them to the actual team files. But it could also be that there was a team update and they miswritten the file names, and you end up with the problem. Oh well, as long as it's fixed, I'm happy, I guess. Let's see. Okay, we have this. We have this. Now let's work on another header component. Okay, header. We have the header bio. And now we are going to take this. Can I just Ctrl-C, Ctrl-V? Hopefully, can I just... Yeah. Header... bio socials. So these are going to be quite similar, but yet a little bit different, because I'm going to include a little social bar beneath this. Social icons. I'm going to center them, and these are... can I just create... Okay, I can update the color there, and there. And these are going to be... this color. Ah, shit. I need to select the frames. Or maybe this is gonna have this 600. No, I think that will actually be... Maybe we can screw around. No, now there are too much color. Actually, is this even that bad? I need to update this too, so it's... Yep. Okay. Yeah, so this actually looks quite alright. I mean, people can always like update not. So when I'm going to build this, I'm going to make one giant row of all the social icons in the template, and people can just be like, okay, remove that one, add that one, remove that one, add that one, remove that one, add that one. Or I'm gonna write a little inline documentation on, like, okay, if you want to add another icon, just copy paste it from here, click the icon, and then you can just type out some text, and it will work. I'm actually thinking about how the F am I going to do like the actual CSS of this? Because the last thing I want is to include the CSS to all the modules. Or I can minify it. We'll have to wait and see how I'm actually going to do that. So header, bio, socials are done. Again, disclaimer, I will like update these things and make them a little bit more pretty, but I don't know. I think they are fine. You know what? They are actually fine. Especially if you are going to bring your own fonts, it will turn out just well enough. But we are definitely going to iterate like 1 or maybe even 2 times more. Still not hellbent on like using Inter as a font, but we'll see. We'll see. Let's see. Okay, so profile image background with header text layered on top. Okay, this is going to be an interesting one. Let's just copy this, make a component out of it. Then let's... are we going to include the socium? Okay, then I'm going to take this image. Oh shit, I can just do this. Okay, so I have to do this. Then I have to detach this instance as well because it's a new instance. Okay, and this is why I need to do some tutorials on like Figma and get better with it. Okay, then I want this. I don't want to eclipse. I don't even... Okay, so let's say we have... how big actually is the artboard? Let's give the artboard a fill color, just so I can see what I'm working with. Okay, this might even work better if I just clip it to a rectangle. Where rectangle? Rectangle is here. This, then mask it. And grab the image, bring it up to here. It's too big. It's definitely too big. Maybe I have to find another like image for this. But let's just No, cool. Okay, maybe we have to make this a little bit bigger. And then we definitely have to make this like white. Okay, let's go back to the actual verb. Let me make this white for just a second before going to the... White. Cool. Make this white-ish. Okay, cool. Here is a screenshot of the original database when they are created, and now these end up being... Lines transparent, lines JPEGs. Yeah, so if we look at the other screenshots, lines 1. Yeah, so they probably got like imported 2 times because most of the time such a number is added. Good as all things on my own, but even my hosting is useless. Yeah, so where are these images? Are these images actually coming from the team, or did you upload these manually to your WordPress instance? Yeah, let me go. Okay, so WordPress site. Anyway, you'll scan the template. Now I have to pour for try to fix this. And like this is from your database. Or they've been part of the starter template. And you can find these two images in the actual template that you are working on. Although they are broken, maybe. Although they are broken. Do-do-dee-doo-doo. Do-dee-doo-doo. Let me check this, because we can... Without the one edit, yes. Okay, so without the one edit, yes. And if you, like, remove those images and, like, reapply them with, like, the proper image... Maybe that will like reset the broken links and update the database again. Let me grab a pen tool for this. Let's say that this goes from here to here. Here. This is not nice pen tool. Okay, let's do this. Let's grab this vector and... Actually, the shape was quite good. Only thing that needs to happen is get a little bit down. Also, get up here a little bit. Just here. Now, what I need to do is make this not in a fill, but more in a linear gradient and... no, actually the flip was good. No, the flip isn't good. It has to be flipped the other way around. Maybe that looks more like a stain than an actual good gradient. So let's do it with just a rectangle. Let's say that this is a linear gradient and it has to be flipped around. Now we can use this color because I think it's fine. What about if I delete them, rename them with the one edit? I thought I could just edit the HTS, but this is not so really based any input at all. Thank you so much. Yeah, no problem. Okay, yeah, so the problem with going down that route is if you delete the image and it's actually being used somewhere else, you end up with a reverse problem of like having those images fixed and then breaking everything else. So if you don't use that image anywhere else, just go for it. If not, ooh, you know what? Did you try using a different browser that you usually don't use? Maybe it's a caching issue? That you're just trying to fix something right now and while it's just in cache? I don't know if you have thought of that before. I have no clue how experienced you are with building WordPress websites. But that could actually be something that might be worthwhile checking out. Actually, let me grab this 900 gray color because I'm quite fond of it. Okay, so what happens if I pull this G inside of a... No, it's a live site, I know, and it will be the same for you. If you give me like the URL, I can have a look. As long as it's nothing illegal, I can have a look. If it's porn, I have to skip, sorry. Actually, how decent does this look? I think it looks pretty cool. I think it looks pretty cool. Maybe we can like... What happens if we like... scoot this just a little bit, just to be a little bit edgy. That looks hideous. Let's see. Major jackpoterinos. Win casino jackbox and slot machine tips. Can I even put this up on screen for stream? I think so. It's educational. Okay, so we have this page, and then we go to network tab. Then I am going to disable caches, and then let's see what we end up with. Okay, so we have these two motherfuckers. Okay, so we have a transparent PNG and we have an experiment JPEG. And okay, if I open them inside of a new tab, I can find them. When you remove the ones, and you can just update the file names to get rid of that, like -1, like inside of the theme. Because these can be found, like the actual things with the ones don't exist. So yeah, I think you can go down to browse. What I will do is like make sure in my template to change the file names to the actual ones that do exist on the server. If you can't find them, okay, go into your server and update the file names with the lines. That's how I would do it. And with that being said, I'm going to take like a 2 to 5 minute break because my mom called, and as I updated you all yesterday, my father is sick, so maybe duty calls, I don't know. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. Be right back. 2 to 5 minutes, tops. Okay, I'm back. Awesome. Thank you so much, my friend. Yeah, no problem. Happy I could help out in any way. And if anybody else has any questions, just let me know. We can have a look together. I might not know the solution right away, but maybe 2 brains are more effective than a single one. Okay, now my only gripe with this is that it's quite tall. Can we make this a little bit smaller? Yeah, maybe we don't want to make this any smaller. You know what? Let's make this smaller when we start working on like the actual theme. On the other hand, I mean, you have a 178. How big is an actual, like... Give me like my own site, please. Let's look in this inspector. How big is a... like 600 and Okay, so like this section is 500. It's 81, so it's double. Like, and I could copy out of email, paste it. So 80. So it's gonna be okay. That's fine. That's actually not that all that much. 178, so it's probably like 2 navigations high or 3 navigations high. It can start a little bit lower, and people can always like play with the padding and with their own images. Hey Mustafa, how are you doing, my man? We are designing a new project. I think this looks kind of good. Okay, now let's work on the header with email sign up. I think we can grab this one. Header with image. Header sign up. Okay, let's pull this down. Let's create a little rectangularino. Let's make sure we are 60. Let's give this a background just for some easy peasy lemon squeezy development designing. I will make sure to do like tutorials on Figma for everybody who's completely like pulling their hair out of their heads for like, what the fuck are you doing, Twan? I have to get better. Like 3, let's make this like 24. And then it will also have a button to the side, which is probably 80 wide. I think these can be a little bit bigger, like 30, 28. That nice? How does this look? Let's make them white with a drop shadow. Drop shadow. And let's especially give this one like a stroke on the inside, indeed. Which is gonna be like gray 100. Is it just me, or does this look like a lot more than a single pixel? Actually, let's go for gray 200. That's too little. Gray. Oh, did I actually grab? No, I grabbed the wrong one. Okay, so that's nice. And then let's make this like 900. Maybe we also give this the stroke of like... Oh, that actually works quite well. Why is this not... Why are these rectangles not on, like... Here. Why are you not in the comp... Okay, now it works. Everything still looks fine. Everything still looks fine. Cool. Here, nope. This has to be a little bit smaller. This is good, and this is good. Now, this probably needs some text, so let's Let's also create a rectangle on. What? Oh, I'm slowly turning insane. Let's go here. Let's say that we are going to be like 8 of the side. Let's give this like a gray 400 text as placeholder text. Let's say sign. This is going to be left aligned. Left aligned, like sign. Letter. Ooh. Can say sign up. And this has to be top of the rectangle. We can merge these two together. We can do this, and then in here I can just do white. And I can even say that this needs to be bold. Does this look quite centered? It does, it does. Then let's also add, because on my side I have this little like, by subscribing you agree with. Let's include that, because I think probably a lot of people need to include this text. By subscribing you agree to terms and conditions. Let's say that this is 6. And then we can also, I guess, just take this one. What? It's a little bit too... Let's say it's 400. Let's say it's 400 and it's like regular. Oh, I'm getting called again. Just a second, guys. I'm getting... Hello! Okay, I'm back. You know what? I'm actually not disappointed with the styles we are going for. I think it actually worked. I just downloaded the files, renamed them, upload them. Can you take one last look? And I added a follow and let me see. Let me see. So, where is your link? Your link is here. I can take one final look. Actually, don't be stressed. I'm not annoyed at all, and you don't have to give me anything in return. I'm fine. I like working together with you guys. I mean, if I have any feedback, if I need any feedback, I will ask you guys. Yeah, I don't see anything. No more 404s. Baby, you did it. Yeah, they're here. Let me check the link. Open a new tab. Yep, there's a file. And there's a file as well. You did it! Woohoo! Cue the confetti! Cue the confetti! Oh god, sorry, thank you so much. Yeah, no, what I say? No problem at all. No problem at all. Okay, let's see. So I'm not even mad with this design. I mean, does it feel out? I think maybe the font size of this feels a little out of wacky. Yeah, I thought so. Now we have to set this to 8 as well, just so we can align it better. Does this? Let's. How far are you're like 16 away? Let's. Okay, so let's do some like mess. Let's say sign up. Let's set this to which rectangle was this? Okay, but assuming this has to be below here. This has to be on top of this. This is the input. This is the button. Yep. Okay, cool. Now let's see what happens if instead of... Yeah, this is too close. Now we can also go for 12. Which I might actually prefer over the other one. Let's just go to modeler. Okay, I'm off to play some chess with a few friends. If I could, I would add a separate thanks again. I'll see you again. Yeah, no problem. Have a great day. Enjoy your chess game. See you later. Oh. Okay, so let's go in here. Actually, can you group components? Something... Oh, wait. I have to disable the background color. Okay, let's go in here. Let's go to assets. Okay, so these are like the different headers. Like we have the simple header, we have a header with bio, we have a header with bio and social icons, we have a header with a background image, and we have a header with an email sign up. Oh my god! Oh my god! I'm actually... You know what? Yesterday I was kind of like, I don't know about this project, guys. But now that I'm actually designing like the components, I'm like, okay, I can see how people will utilize this. I can get behind this, especially like these two. This one as well. But like, okay, then it doesn't make sense to add this one below there. Now that I'm thinking of it, this one as well. See, then you can do stuff like this. Like you can even add 2 image galleries. Maybe if we flip them around. Okay, that looks horrible. And then you can even do stuff like that. Yo, this is fire. I mean, it's kind of weird to say about your own product, but I'm getting excited. At least I'm getting excited. Okay, so another header down. Header with autoplay video in the background. Well, I guess that's gonna be kind of another asset. I think that one will be quite easy. Because let's say that we take this one, place it inside, we do it here, then we say detach instance, and then we say create component, header, video, background. And then all we really have to do is like give me a white work with, please. We move this down. Say that we need this, then we call this video. And let's unsplasherino this. What is a cool background? Like money. Everybody loves some good old good smelling paper, cash money, bitches. Let's look for a landscape. Actually, for the people in chat, just give me a quick update on what you're working on. I mean, I need somebody to talk to. Come on. I want some social interactions. God damn it. Co-working is also fine. You don't have to reply to me, but if you have a couple of minutes, I really want to know what you guys are working on and how everything is going. I can also just do like a video background. Like maybe that makes it more... Yeah, you know what? This might actually be a good enough photo or something like this. Okay, this thing is gonna be huge. But that's okay. It's just a thing. Come on, go away, NVIDIA. Okay, now let's grab it inside here. So now it's here, let's mask it. That's better. I think this is fine. And now we have to grab the same white colors as here. So this is... Let's make everything... this. And let's add a rectangle above. And I actually think that I need to make the gradient black. Guess who's back? Back in black. No, I don't know. I think this is fine. I don't know if it's that readable, but that's something people have to fix themselves. Oh, and we actually are not good because it doesn't make sense to end the social icons at the bottom. So let's say that we create a little rectangle here just to see how much. Let's go 32 off the bottom. Let's see how that looks like. Then we have to pull down the gradient as well. And then we have to pull down only the rectangle. Like, I guess we can pull the image to here and update the rectangle. And now this is 32. And how much is this? It's 19. Yeah, I think I want to make it 32. Because 25 maybe? Just the indie hacker part that currently does not work. Oh well, maybe we just have to grab another image. You know what? Let's grab this one. This is like more of a sort of personal thing instead of... Jesus Christ, that's big. That's what she said. Okay, let's pull this in here. Let's do it in there. Make it cover these. Let's do this. Better. So let's go to modular IDs. Let's duplicate another one. Now let's remove this. We just work with one background. Go to go to assets. Then grab this one. And then I already see where it's going wrong. Is that this probably needs to be like 16. Which is kind of fine. Oh shit. Excuse me. Let's grab the component, because now that we have like the image here, we need some padding at the top of the video. Okay, and then we'll have... Oh, well, I guess this is fine. Yeah, this is way better. This is way better. Because now we can, like, pull in an image gallery if we want to. And we can even pull in a couple of, like, I don't know, links. I'm not going to use these link buttons actually. I think these are more of like link buttons I prefer. Yeah, these are better. Definitely better. Oh, did you? Okay. Okay, this works. So that means I guess we have all the headers. Cool. I mean, we'll definitely need to do 1 or 2 rounds of iteration, but to me, if I look at this, it's like, yeah, I can see people use this header, use this header, use this one, use this one, use this one, use this one. And now that I'm thinking of it, maybe this just has to be a separate component. Maybe with background and without background, instead of putting it inside of the header. Because this header is pretty much like this header with a sign-up form. Right? So let's yeah, I can, but you can also look from it from a perspective of like, what does the customer want? I think they just want to like copy and paste the they just want to copy and paste the header and not want to have the mental overhead of, oh, I need a header and then an email sign up form. No, just put it in there. But I do need to take into account that if they want to add an email sign-up form here, that they have to be able to. So that's why we're probably going to work with like padding and set good defaults for that. Also, we're on 98 followers. Shee! Almost at 100, guys. That went by pretty fast. 6 subscribers, 98 followers. I'm a happy man. Did not expect that at all. Actually, let's go to these socials. Let's create a... Hey, Nick! Welcome, welcome. And thanks! It's been a crazy journey. Only started it like... I guess I really started streaming back in March? Yeah, we're now in April, and I think I started Use Affiliate series back in the second week or the first week of March. Then we went to affiliate pretty quickly. Lots of followers. I couldn't be more happy. Now let's go to the social icon rows and all that kind of fun stuff. Because I think this is all. This thing is also a social icon row. So let's detach this instance. Then let's create a new component out of it. And then we are going to delete these. Okay, so now it's empty. Let's give them a 16. And let's make them like gray by default. I actually love Figma. See, this is the sort of stuff you can do when you set the grid up correctly. You can like go in here. Like let's select this group, right? I can grab this icon and place it there. That's awesome. Okay, but now we can go like into here, like into the model IDs, and let's say that we have this normal thing. Then we pull it out, and social icon row wasn't like. Then we can go to assets, and then we can go to this, and then we can pull it in, and it's centered. That's cool, because then people can even kind of treat this as like a footer. Like if they move it like 16 from the bottom. I'm like also exploring at the same time how people might be using this package and how they can compose whole like link and bio pages. Because yeah, you can say I have socials up here, so why would I have them down here? Well, if you are, maybe you are a photographer, right? You can, yeah, okay, let's extend this. You can, maybe you want to like have multiple image things, and then people scroll down and the last thing they see is like this little social row. You mean people are watching it this way, right? They're scrolling, they're looking at your images, then they go down, then like, oh hey, this person has these social media, right? Then you can click on it and can also go through your socials. So that's great. Definitely a component we do want to include. So let's go in here. We skipped over the content for now because those are the most straightforward. So we have a social icon row. Now let's do a social with follower numbers. Is it something people want? Yeah, why not? I mean, it's fucking easy for me to implement, so. It's a fucking easy, bruh. Okay, so let's grab this. Let's detach it again. Detachirino, and then attachirino. Social icon row. Social icon row with numbers. Numbers. How do I want to do this? Maybe I just want to create like a small tile, which we are going to make like with a 3. And then we can say it's white with an effect. And we can say it's like 2, 8, and like again 12%. And then we can, in very small, we can say 100 or 1000. It's gonna be on top of here. Say that's really small. Small. Maybe 3, maybe 2. I don't know. Why can't you just move better? Ah! You know what? Let's get rid of the social with follower numbers. If you have to flex about your follower numbers, you're not in the right place. I don't know. I mean, adding like social numbers to the icons is, what does it mean? Like, okay, on Twitter you might want to show follower. Maybe what we are looking for is something else. Let's create a pro version like numbers or statistics card where people can show like statistics. Like kind of what you have, like, if I bring, kind of what you have here, you know? Like a number or percentage, maybe with a little graph. Or is it in some, no, it's only here. Oh well. Or like these kind of cards, just show a number and maybe with a plus, like, let's add it like, positive date. So they can show growth, or they can show like going down. And maybe, just maybe we will include a like graph library. But that all depends on like how motivated I am, I guess. Social tiles. We made the social tiles. I think these guys are amazing. We'll definitely have to add more, but I guess these are the most popular. Social tiles with buttons. Okay, so that means that we have to like get this one. Make the... No, I just want to select the art, but please. Please. Why are you... Oh, that's because I have to detach it. Then I can do this, and then I can attach it. Cool. Cool. So how are we going to add the buttons? Let's move this down. Do we want to go for floating buttons? Do we want to go for buttons that are attached? Or do we want to go for... Yeah, I do think people want to have buttons here. Or some people want to have buttons there. I don't know. Oh, I'm getting a bitch. It is what it is. Remco has to wait. A friend of mine is turning 28. I think Remco's turning 28. And now it's all like, oh, can I come by tonight? And I'm like, yeah, homie, you can, but I'm going to answer you after stream because I'm busy. Okay, so this is a floating button. Now we can... This will probably be like an attach button. So let's like get rid of the 0. I can also see that it's too big. So this is probably like an attach button. What do I like? Maybe I'll include both. Is that an idea? Like icon tiles, floating buttons, and then we can do icon tiles, attach buttons. Okay, be right back. I need to bleminis. Otherwise, I will be sniffing on stream. It's something more for like when I do an ASMR stream than like a product stream, right? Okay, I'm back. And yeah, we are going to do like two variants. Like we are going to use the floating buttons and we are going to create one for attach buttons. Where are my rulers? My rulers are here. Okay, so this and this is like full. Let's create a... Okay, so this is part of Twitter. Let's say that's that. These are actually group. So this is the tile and this is the button. Now, before I go through the hassle of like creating the buttons, let's first have a little look, see how this will look in production. Let's first have a look how this will possibly look. Wait, this is 93, this is 93, this is 94. 94, 94, 93. Hey, why are these not the same width? Night 4. Hey, Dark Magic, thanks for the follow. Welcome. Tell me what you're working on. I'm interested. Who are you? What are you working on? Let the people know. The people need to know. Okay, so now these are... Okay, so... Check my whisper message. Check my whisper message. Oh, hey, I see a whisper. Ah, yes, yes, yes. Wait, what? Let me check something out on the side here, guys. I appreciate your entrepreneurial mindset, but no. I guess I will just use slow growth instead, my guy. No hard feelings. You're hustling, I'm hustling. It is what it is. Okay, so these are two. Now, let's bring this into the proper... This goes into... Where's Instagram? Instagram's group 6, right? Yeah, Instagram's group 6. Then this has to go inside of the Facebook thing. This has to go inside of the dev2 thing. And this has to go inside of the GitHub thing. And actually the artboard has to be a little bit bigger to like take into account the background shadows. Now, okay, let's see. If we take... Everything is now grouped. Okay, let's reduce this to like 8 as well. Okay, and this is why I love the layout engine. Because this has to be 8. This has to be 16 gap. 93. What is... Okay, so it's kind of screwing with the actual width of everything. 94, 94, 93. This needs to be 94. It's 94, 94, 90. Okay, now everything's quite alright. Now we can center it, and now it's centered. And I don't believe these are centered anymore, so let's fix that as well now. Okay, now we, for the text, follow me on Twitter. Now let's make this like... Okay, so this is 16 text. That's a little big. I definitely have to work on, like... I mean, this can never be 6 pixels, even on... So I'm doing something wrong while designing this, but... You know what? We'll figure that out during... We figured that out during from the development the last time. We'll figure that out now. I just have to get more experience in Figma in order to like design everything pixel perfect. To hand it off to my... I mean, I'm going to hand it off to myself. So, what's the fuzz? Okay, let's go. Let's grab this color because that color looks better. And this is where I really don't like the interfont. It looks a little bit too much. Maybe if we make it 5, make it a little bit smaller. Still not vibing with it. Follow. Let's just keep it simple. Let's just bring it to 6. Stay. I don't know. See. And we can also paste it inside here. Link it here. Oh, no. Link. Come on. You can do it. Oh shit, that's the wrong... Oops. Button... Tile. Okay. Watch. You know what? I can even get rid of these buttons, and I can just do like... Doop, doop. And I can go in here. Doop. Boop. Facebook, boop. Boop. And Instagram, boop. Boop. And since these are centered like my pictures, face my book, def me too. GitHub me baby. just so I can see how they work, like when you pull them in. Like let's say like this guy, just Jonathan Legend, wants to have like social tiles with buttons. Then it would like... let's remove the... Now I'm kind of worried that we went over the limit of having 16. Yeah. So that's something I have to fix, because now it's too close to the borders for my taste. I want to keep this rule of like having 16 pixels on each side. Otherwise it looks just kind of too tight-ish. So let's see if we can fix this. So we have 16 here, 16 there. Oh, no. Oh. This had to be fixed anyways. I don't like that it's like 90.85 pixels, but again, we'll fix it later. It's not a big deal at the moment. We'll have to iterate over this design at least 1 or 2 days before I can say, okay, it's finished. Because quite frankly, I don't like Inter for the button fonts. I mean, it's fine here, just for a little sign up, but as soon as you start typing like longer sentences, it's to say the least. Okay, and now we have 16 on the side. Okay, and this is what's awesome about using components, that it's already updated for me. And I can immediately see that, like, if I look at this, right, this looks kind of professional. This looks kind of professional, but as soon as I introduce the buttons, it's like, eh. Let's see if we can iterate on this one just one more time. What happens if we get a stroke? What happens if I get a stroke? That's also a good question. Let's give the buttons a stroke. Looks better, looks better. Let's opt for a kind of different 700. Better. 900 is the best. It's a little harsh, but might have to update the. This is semi-bold. Okay, let's do medium. Medium. Semi-bold. This is bold. I actually might want to use the semi-bold version. Okay, this looks better. Yet I'm not convinced. It's a 3. Why does it feel like this is more than a 3 pixel border? It's a 3 radius. I can't deny that. Oh well, that's what it is. Let's keep the buttons for what it is before I spend like 100 hours on perfecting a button. Well, it might just be a matter of like, let's sleep on it and let's check it later. Because how do the buttons look here? It's more of a gradient. They have color. Just outlines, which tend to not work as well as solid buttons. And this is just like, I can make them all cap. No cap, I can make them cap. Case. Okay, then we are definitely not going to do that. What I said, let's move to the side for now. Okay, so it makes sense to move these each other. Now I have to fix these social tiles as well. Better. Cool. Why am I looking at this? Let me see. So what's next on the list? Okay, so we have the socials. I kind of feel like we can... Let's go to Dribble. Let's do a little search for like what happens if we type in socials. Socials. Oh, this looks dope. It's not something I'm going to create, but it's like it's eye-catching. People are creating such creative designs the past couple months. I'm seeing more like illustration meets like flat design. It kind of reminds me of the new Gumroad style. Is this the same company as Gumroad? Maybe. I mean, this very close. Okay, I'm not seeing any social. Oh. What happens if I search for follow? Ah, yes. How are we going to call these? Snacks? Snack bars? Snackies? Labels. Social labels. I think labels is spelled like labels. Yeah. Let's create those suckers. Let's detach again. Let's attach. Let's create a... Let's give this a background just so that we can see what we're doing. Let's move it here. And more rulers. Wrong keybind. Okay, let's see. Let's make these 20 pixels by... I don't know, how many can I fit in here? I take like an 8 pixel. Probably want to have 4 in a row. Okay, this is what I'm not getting. I mean, these are all the same size, right? Now it's 70, 70, 70, 70. But why, if I like shrink them down, this is like 66, 66, 60. Okay, now it works. Okay, I must have pressed the wrong button. Sorry about that. Okay, these are all getting a 3 border radius because that's the border radius we went for. Let's give them a height of 16. Again, I'll give them like drop shadow. We might actually want to, once we start coding this, like give this a another more box shadow option, so people can decide if they like more box shadow or even want to disable the box shadow. Have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see. So let's make these dark, because that always works. Then let's grab this GitHub frame. And now they probably have to be like 12 pixels. And these have to be white. Oh, let's go back. So much. It needs to be 8. And then this rectangle, it needs to be like below the Twitter frame. This, it's 4. Okay, that's already good. Now let's make this white. Actually, how far is this? One, two, three, 4. This label is a bit small. Better. better. And let's give them like a spacing of 8. Look at the difference in size if you only like reduce it 1 pixel on the top and 1 pixel off the bottom. So crazy working on these kind of details. Okay, then we have depth 2. It is white. And then let's make this 8. Or 5, 6. And I think I'm also called one crap. Medium. Okay, it overflows a little bit. Do I mind? I don't mind. It's big here. Now, what the fuck is flowing over? Where overflow? Where do we have... Oh. My icon didn't. Still. Okay, then we can do this, we can remove this, and now we have, like, if we have this module, let's say you have this basic version, right? Let's bring it down here. Then you can also bring in this bitch. Which is also quite cool. We can maybe make this... Ah. Let's just keep it this way, but we can always like flex wrap this later. Okay, this was pretty dope because you can always use those labels for other things. Like you can remove the icons and use them as like filter labels to quickly filter your blocks. I don't know. I don't know what you're up to, but that's something that it could be used for. You know what? We're actually going fucking fast through all these, like, okay, and then I scroll down and notice that we have to also implement all these widgets or blocks. I call them blocks. Portfolio gallery. Let's go back to components. So with this, let's move these down just a little bit so it's more spacious. It's easier to work with. Okay, so we have an image gallery. Now let's also create a portfolio gallery. Detach the instance. And let's say portfolio gallery. So difference between a portfolio gallery and other stuff is going to be that this going to get some space. Oh, that sucks. Okay. These are portfolio items, so you probably want to make them a little bit bigger. Okay, let's 160. Both images can be 160. Like, okay, this 160. And we have to take into account like an 8, which is 16 reduction, which is 150, which is 144, which is 144 divided by 2 is 72. Wait, am I counting that right? Is it not one? Let me do this again. It's like we have 320. Divided by 2, that's 160. Yeah, that's one. Oh, come on. Big maths. Okay, cool. You would have thought that I was like great at math when you're working on like front-end stuff and programming things. But hey, apparently I'm not. Let's remove these guidelines for now. Also, let me just do one thing fairly quickly. Okay, cool. Okay, so these are portfolio projects, right? So let's actually see how we can turn these into portfolio projects. I think we are going to overlay them with like the linear gradients. It has to be like this way. Add this color. Oh, shoot. And this is just like also black, but completely opposite way, because then we can say like I don't know, what are our remote 101? Old. Can have some text below there. Hello there, below there. Both is just a bit too big. Let's say school. Activity. Probably gonna look something like this. Oh shit, 99 followers. Ooh. Who's gonna be the less happy person to like follow me and get us to 100 followers? That would be awesome. Let's say this is like .com matching programs. Then this is going to be like what let's say it's like cross road, which is gonna be page. Okay, so if we go to the modeler page now, like modeler IDs, let's say that this guy is like, if I don't know, it's like a very big photographer person. Let's remove the rulers. Let's go here, and then we have like portfolio items. Text is a bit too small. Okay, how does this look? Better. Better. Although I don't quite like that it's not on the grid. But that might be because we also have... I don't know. Let's just roll with it for now. We are going to iterate over it anyways. Let's just get a few more components in there. Just for the fuck of it. Okay, cool. Yeah, I don't want to have them like full width. We are going to fix that right now. Is that something we can fix quite easily? I don't know. We are going to try it out. Because I don't know. If we have a look at this, right? It just doesn't work. We have white space, white space, white space, but then no white space at the sides. That just doesn't make that much sense. Doesn't look great. Beautiful as I want it to be. So we are going to update it a little bit until we are satisfied with it. What time is this? Okay, it's 4:30. Again, as I mentioned at the start of the stream, I have to get off like a little earlier today because I still have to complete like yesterday's. Sorry, I'm doing two things at a time. I have to get off a little bit early today because I still have to write the build log from yesterday, and now I also have to write the build log for today. So I'm leaving around 5. Then I will make some early dinner, and then I will do some work before I head to the gym. Just putting it out there. I mean, I think I'm going to change the stream schedule starting next week so we can get some more hours together. And I also might start streaming a little bit later in the day to catch more of you guys. Because I noticed that the streams are getting a lot, and I mean a lot of views like outside of streaming hours. So I thought it would be fun to catch you guys live. So I might like go to the gym one afternoon and then stream in the evening until my homies come back and we can investigate some Dutch grass. Let's put it that way. Okay, so now we can make this a little bit smaller. Let's bring up the rulers so we can be a little bit faster. Okay, so these now are good. These are bueno. Now we can bring in these ones, and now we don't have to worry about the text. Ah, now the text feels too big. Let's be a little bit more easy. Yeah, this looks better. Now the only thing that's missing that's making this feel wacky is like we don't have any borders. Three. Okay, so this looks great. Yeah, and now it's styled correctly. Wait, isn't this 16 off the side? It is, right? Yeah. So, what are you on about? Are you not... Yeah, you are not centered. I think that's the problem. Huh. Okay. Again, we'll probably have to do another run to update all these things, because now that I'm looking at it, this can be smaller, right? It can be 8, for instance, which makes it look way better. But hey, let's first get everything in there, then worry about the actual styles. Actually, let me grab another drink. I'll be right back. Oh, I'm back. Where music? Their music, okay. Okay, trying out another diet classic, Cassis Zero. I'm going to check it out. Suggested by the homie. And is it better than like the label stuff? I'm going to try it out right now. Damn. That's definitely better than like the supermarket branded Zero Cassis. This is tasty. Really tasty. Okay, let's see. We have headers, we have socials. Do we need more social labels? I don't know. I really hate these buttons. They really grind my gears. But I will have to look at them later. Let's... You know what? Let's work on the buttons. Let's... These are the cards, which will probably work on them their own day. And then let's remove these. Let's give this a Phil. Dr. Phil. Okay, so for the buttons, we need icon buttons, we need image buttons, we need subscribe buttons, a subscribe button, angled button, and maybe even a gradient version. We still have a video. Okay, so actually, like the video blocks, do I have to design them really? I mean, I can just code them. Yeah, well, maybe we do have to design them, because then we can play around with like the block system inside of Figma. And then I can also start thinking about like creating an official Figma file which goes along with each package. So people can create a design in Figma and then like code it out or block it out or whatever they want to, or maybe pass it on to a developer if that's their jam. Then for the embed tweets, I'm not sure how I'm going to do that. I'm looking at the lists. Oh, sorry, it's mirrored. Like other side of my screen. And then the email sign up form, like a call to action form. That's also something we might want to include, or that we are going to include. But now let's just focus on some buttons, shall we? So let's create a 16 pixel port. Fuck off. Fuck. Thank you. So we have this, we have this. Now, do we want to make the buttons full width? I mean, these buttons are huge compared to, like, if I move them here, they're like taking half the space of like a portfolio item. I can also, okay, let's see. So we have another 16, 32, 48. Let's see what we get if we... Like, I did like how this button was looking. It's 80 by 28. Let's give it a 28 height. Eight to 12. Purchase some. It's my merch. I can even make this extra bold. Black. Let's like create a couple of buttons here. Just to see how they look stacked on top of each other. Create 2. Okay, so we are going to add like, yeah, 4, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Which one do I like more for like the actual button font weight? Sometimes you have to look at it from like distance, and then you think to yourself, holy shit, these buttons look freaking huge. I think the font size is just too big. I think that's the problem. And if I have to choose, I will choose this version. I think the other ones are just too silly. So let's increase it just a bit. 8. Actually, I think it was 1. So I have to be 10. And let's go into an ideal world where like it's like 6 of the site. And if they're stacked on top of each other, okay, this doesn't work. So let's say 12. Hey! I don't know how to pronounce it. Efhern. Let me pronounce it that way, and then you can tell me, oh man, you butchered that. It's actually, this is the way you pronounce it. Thank you! And actually, we just reached 100 followers. Cue the confetti! Woo! Gee. 100 followers in about 1 month. I'm kind of proud of myself. And I'm proud of you guys for following me. I don't know, is that a thing? Cool. Gee. So that happened today. We reached the milestone. Actually, I might, instead of 6, let's take 8. Let's take 8. It's better. 1, 2, 6, 7, 8. And this. Okay, so it's kind of centered, but the font is a little bit off. Eh. Why am I still not happy? So when am I happy with these kind of buttons? Let me do this a little bit on the fields. And then I will like perfect it later. Is it the font? Okay, this looks really silly. Or is it just because it's out of context? Like, what if we add some text like Holy Mother of Neptune, buy my stuff via the button below. 16, I don't care. Just give me some text to play with, and it's probably gonna be me. And this looks horrible as well, but yeah, okay, just roll with it. This is fine. And these suckers. Wait, can I just create a component out of the button itself? Yes. Good, good. And now we can also create like a button. So we created a default button. Now let's create an icon button. Let's just grab a social. Let's just grab... GitHub always works. God damn it, where's the button? There's the button. Okay, now let's move this inside of here. Let's say you 8. Epic. Hoe is het, jongen? Still working on your interviewing application? How's that coming along? When it's actually when is it supposed to launch? Already in beta. Oh, sheesh. Just show me the marketing website. I'm done with this project for the moment, so please show me something else. Fireproof.io. Okay. Oh, sheesh. Nothing special, just updated with the new branding. I like this kind of scribbles. But then again, I'm easy to please. Okay, this is kind of making me a little uneasy, so close to the border. Am I mistaken, or is this shit like... Didn't you animate this on stream? I thought I like watched the stream where you were animating this stuff. It's cool. Am I blind, or is it not animating? Or did you like completely nuke it out of frustration of animating like CSS? Animating in CSS, or... Transitions. I have to tweak the timer on it. Ah, right. Let me close this. I wanna watch how this looks on mobile. Let me open the inspector. Show me your lighthouse scores. Like, okay. It's next year, so I have high hopes for the lighthouse score. Oh no, actually I'm kind of a... Okay, so the thing with lighthouse is... No, not yet. No. I have to open a private window, and let's do this in Chrome, because Brave is a son of a bitch, especially performance-wise with all the Brave shields and all that kind of bullshit. So let's go in here. Let's go to Lighthouse, because the great thing about going into incognito mode is that we don't have any browser extensions fucking with Lighthouse. Yeah. I mean, Lighthouse is never perfect. I mean, yeah, see, this is way better already. Did you figure out... Okay. Like, I have this error many times before. Yeah, I thought that as well. Oh yeah, and then you have a bunch of contrast ratio. Yeah, that was one point of feedback I was going to leave, like... I'm viewing this on my gaming monitor, and this, like, especially the one and this great text is it's pretty hard to read. But then again, hey, it animated, bruh. Yeah. You know, it probably, this is always the thing with designers. This looks great on a like €5,000 Apple ProRes display plus virgin blood, but not on a crappy monitor. But hey, then again, tweak the fonts a little bit and it looks freaking awesome. I mean, I haven't read all the content. Less bias, better hires. Less buyers? Bias, better hires. I'll have the CEO say that in front of a camera. Hire proof. Less bias, better hires. What am I up to? I moved on to another project. I'm currently working on something that I wanted to build for quite some time. More to kind of flex my front-end muscles a little bit. I'd like to flex my front-end muscles, that's not all it. But I'm working on a link in bio tool. It's more of like a template I'm going to sell. It's yet another build log. And I was like, okay, you have like Linktree and you have multiple other projects, but all those things require you to like sign up for, there are a ton of these, yeah, exactly. But all of those tools require you to sign up for a monthly service. And I was like, well, that sucks. I want to have something myself and I'm going to build a template for it. So it's more like aimed to the more technical people. You can just buy the template and just yeet it up to your own server and be done with it. Like pay a one-time fee and then never have to look back at it again. So I'm kind of building a sort of block/component library where you can just mix and match. So I'm kind of like, you can see this here with header. Like you have a simple header, header with bio, header with socials, and with a background image, with a newsletter sign up. And it's kind of like bring your own API, because I'm also planning on like including cards for like GitHub and blogs. How is this exported to the user? I'm going to make an HTML CSS project and just divide it into blocks, like different HTML files. I think I will do one big CSS file. Don't worry, I will not be using Tailwind for this one. And so the thing I'm hoping here, because I noticed this a lot on Twitter, that people were like, hey, I want to use like a link in bio where I can hook up my own blog to. Yeah, I'm just giving the HTML CSS. And I'm kind of tinkering with Figma so that I can also include a Figma file, but I'm not all that great at Figma just yet. So that's why I'm now working with components to figure out how the fuck that works. But it will probably just be like the HTML CSS. And just ongoing road, one-time purchase, like maybe between the $49 and $99. I don't know how to price it yet. I will have to do some research. And then we can just see how that goes. And it gives me some experience with making these kind of products, because I'm always thinking about, hey, maybe I can get into like the templating business. Like I can make pretty good landing pages. Let me just code them up and you can bring your own content and hook up your own CMS. So yeah, and I have, as you can see right here in the bottom left, this is like the entire, let me actually bring it up on screen. Let me hide this one. I made a list with all the components I want to include. Like we have headers, we have like content, socials, gallery, button. So it's more than just a link in bio. I mean, I hope that people will hook up their own blogs. Like they create maybe they can throw it into Next.js and fetch their latest 3 blogs. So it's always, yeah. So like the light version is going to include like the simple header, like 1, 2, 3, and then like the pro version is also going to include this one, and this one. I mean, I have to make some money, right? Yeah, sure, buddy. Hey, thanks for checking in. I'm also going to leave, by the way, so... I'm actually on vacation. Oh, bro. Where you at? Sipping pina coladas on some beach somewhere? Going to Greece tomorrow. Shee! Enjoying the good weather. Oh, wait, I mean, in the Netherlands it's pretty nice as well. I mean, I think you just left the Netherlands with bad weather, and then I mean, it's you. You always bring the bad weather. Assembling a grill right now. Oh, good luck with that one. Okay, man. See ya. Enjoy your holiday, man. And on that note, Reno, I'm also going to dip now. I had a lovely stream. I think we made great progress. We figured out which components we want to build. We actually figured out a way to build the components. So we'll go on from there. I mean, we kind of have some sort of design language. I really want to improve on that one as well. I think the fonts are way too small when I actually start building it, so I have to look into that as well. But hey, one step at a time. Next step will be to create the rest of the components. Then we'll do another iteration, and then we'll probably do another iteration before we start building. So I think next week will be spent on like designing and maybe also designing the landing page. So the week after that we can like start building the actual component library and maybe even the landing page and maybe even launch. I don't think this has to be like that big of a project, but then again I only have like 3 afternoons to work on this, so might actually take another couple of days. So I'm going to work on the build log from yesterday and the build log for today right now, so you will probably find those. The first build log will be up in about, I think, 3 to 4 hours, and then tomorrow there will be another build log. And tomorrow there won't be another stream because I will be getting my contact lenses so I can actually see what I'm designing, because this looks like shit. I need some contact lenses to make it look beautiful. But I will be back like next Tuesday, I believe. Maybe I will stream on Monday. What the fuck? Maybe we'll do a stream on Monday to get this project out faster. Anyway, have a great morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you're from. Little smoochie for all of you guys. And I will see you guys next week. See ya!